He won a magnificent quarter mile at the LAC Schools Challenge Cup 2 weeks ago. There, number 15 is Nick Overhead, trained by Bob Shaw, who comes from Hertfordshire, and inside him is Nicholson for Northumberland and Durham, inside him Thomas for Kent, and then in lane 2 is England for Warwickshire, and right on the inside is Dick Steen, probably the favourite. And away first time, Steen going very well indeed on the inside, and right on the outside you can see the deep-chested Simonson really tucking his chin in and absolutely going as hard as he can, and Simonson's very well placed with Steen on the inside, but it's Steen and Simonson in lane 1 and 6 now, got it sewn up, and the superior strength of Steen's going to carry him through for Middlesex. He's first, Simonson second, Nick Overhead third, and England fourth.
Interesting there that the first man on the track is wearing number 40, Robbie Brightwell, out there to congratulate Simonson, a boy he's coaching. He's been looking after Roger Simonson's training this winter, and obviously very pleased that Simonson managed to get second place in such a good quality field. Just to underline the placings then there, Dick Steen, the winner of the 220 yards for Middlesex, and second place was Simonson, and third was Nick Overhead.
And we'll be going back to the White City a little later on. But now it's time to return once more to Cardiff Arms Park, to cricket. Still no wicket.
The 440 yards invitation, and in this race 1 West Indian, 1 Canadian and 4 Britons. And on the outside is David Brown, Thames Valley Harriers, Royal Air Force, better known perhaps as a hop 7 jumper, then Sig Ullman of Canada, number 4, then Nick Overhead, Watford, then Malcolm Yardley, number 6, Birchfield Harriers, and then Eldridge on the inside, the Olympic bronze medalist George Kerr of West Indies. George Kerr, the coloured man, going up well there in the 4th lane. George Kerr of Jamaica going very powerfully there as he comes round the crown of the last bend. He's in a class by himself. Malcolm Yardley going well on the inside though, fighting hard, but as they come up now to hit the home straight, it's George Kerr of Jamaica, 4 or 5 yards up from Yardley number 6 on the inside. George Kerr number 5 cruising home. Beautiful style from Malcolm Yardley, and the time we made here, 46.8 seconds.
Give Norris hell. Well, that's what he's there for. He's there for that very purpose. Bill, just a note there to Ampex, if Ampex can hear us. The draw that Norris was given was hopelessly wrong. So all the idents are all wrong at the start. So it's as well not to use it. I mean, it's not an exceptional race anyway, as it so happens.
No, it's a pure bread and butter race.
That, I mean, there wasn't a terribly fast time.
In their championships, and away first time, and Nick Overhead from Watford, now chasing the German Johannes Schmidt, the 20-year-old brilliant quarter-miler who finished second in the German championships at Nuremberg on August the 9th. And the German there looking rather comfortable, almost smug, as he seems to be restraining himself, holding back, ready for a pile-driving finish on the last lap. This formidable German quartet, who've carried almost all before them. They won the European title at Belgrade, beating Great Britain in that desperate race last September. And now Johannes Schmidt, a newcomer to the German quartet, is going to hand over to Hans-Joachim Resker, and Nick Overhead will hand over to Tim Graham. And as they come up to complete the first stage, the time was very fast, 46.4 seconds by the Germans. And Tim Graham, now from Southampton, a Polytechnic Harrier, is chasing the German Resker, a very experienced relay runner who has represented Germany many times. And you see there that they worked their way into the pole, having covered the first lap and the first 130 metres of the second lap in lanes. They're now running on the pole with Resker in the lead, and I rather fear that Tim Graham has tried to close that gap too quick. And I think he's going to pay the price as they come away with that German there with his great broad chest, is really piling in now to hand over to the German champion Jürgen Karlfelder. And there goes Resker, and he's going to Britain is going to hand over to Robbie Brightwell, a rather unknown prospect. And Robbie Brightwell, the reigning European champion, now goes after Karl Felder, the German champion. So this is the third stage, and Brightwell, who has been out most of the season with injury, the time for Graham on his leg there was 48.4. But still, it's the German there with Brightwell very short of match training, and perhaps certainly rather below his best, trying hard to get on terms. He's fighting very well indeed, and he's going to hand over to Adrian Metcalf, whereas the German will hand over to the great Manfred Kinder, winner of the 800 metres last night. And Kinder gets the back button, and away goes Metcalf after him. And Kinder, a European 400-metre finalist and also an Olympic finalist, being chased by Adrian Metcalf. And Metcalf now just wondering whether he can get on terms with the great Manfred Kinder, a 26-year-old Kinder, very, very experienced and an arch rival on other occasions, Metcalf. And Metcalf is closing, the crowd's roaring, and he's coming up. I don't think he can possibly do it. The German's too strong for him. It's a very brave effort, and there he goes, Kinder for Germany first, and Metcalf for Great Britain second. The unofficial time, 3 minutes 9.2 seconds. And Metcalf's last leg was 46.3 seconds, a magnificent effort.
So Germany win the men's match, having gained 5-2 there, by 109 points to 101, a victory by 8 points. The women's match is won by Great Britain by 12 clear points, 75.5 to West Germany's 63.5.